Donald Trump is the latest Republican to use CBDC as a dog whistle. The presidential candidate declared fevered opposition to a digital dollar on Wednesday night, even though there are no official plans for one in the U.S. Why, with Donald Trump romping to victory in Iowa's caucus on Monday and taking the stump in New Hampshire, the next primary battleground, 45 made a strong statement about digital currency. He's against it. At least the government-issued kind, in the form of a central bank digital currency CBDC. Tonight, I'm also making another promise to protect Americans from government tyranny. As your president, I will never allow the creation of a central bank digital currency, he said Wednesday night. A digital currency would give our federal government absolute control over your money. They could take your money and you wouldn't even know that it was gone. This would be a dangerous threat to freedom, and I would stop it, Trump added. It's true that CBDC are a popular proposal in many other countries. China, the Bahamas, Jamaica, and Nigeria have already introduced working CBDC. Central bankers in Brazil, China, the Euro area, India, and the UK are further along in the research and development phases of launching CBDC. More than 100 countries are in the exploration stage, according to the International Monetary Fund. So why is Trump speaking on an issue that voters seem not to care greatly about, an issue that isn't particularly live as a substantial real-world possibility? My colleague, Emily Parker, looked into the debate in May last year and predicted it would become a talking point on the campaign trail. Expect the CBDC issue to become a presidential campaign talking point, Ron Hammond, director of government relations at Blockchain Association, told Parker. Perfect intersection of fear of government, China, and finance collapse with the bank crisis. In other words, a CBDC, which would see the Federal Reserve issue a digital version of the greenbacks in your wallet, is a dog whistle issue. Speaking about it allows candidates to display their opposition to government interference while implicitly aligning themselves with the cause of personal freedom. Cash, while less useful monetarily, is a tangible form of self-sovereignty. A dollar in your pocket is the ultimate bearer asset. It can only be taken away by persuasion or force. It's an open question whether a U.S. CBDC would really give the government control over your money. It would depend on how the dollar was issued and who would have access to the wallets it was stored in. Advocates for a digital dollar, including former Commodity Futures Trading Commission CFTC Chair Chris Giancarlo, who leads the pro-CBDC digital dollar project, argue that it could be privacy-protecting while advancing financial inclusion and promotion of the dollar and U.S. power around the world. It seems likely, if a CBDC was enacted here, that it would be intermediated by the private sector, notably by stablecoin issuers such as Circle, the company behind Usk, which has a roughly $25 billion market cap and plenty of adoption around the world. But it also seems likely the Federal Reserve would protect its role as a censor of certain undesirable transactions, including money laundering and terrorist financing. That power would open the door to officials arbitrarily block transactions it doesn't approve of, giving us an Operation Choke Point on steroids. But again, this is all largely conjecture. There's no concrete policy on CBDC currently for us to debate. Still, Trump's blanket opposition to a CBDC could have real consequences. It's likely to make introducing one more difficult and to make Circles and other stablecoin issuers' lives easier. Circle is against a government-controlled CBDC for obvious reasons. What that means for permissionless cryptocurrencies, such as Bitcoin BTC, is another open question. Politico argued recently that Trump 2.0 would be good for crypto, releasing the shackles placed on the industry following 2022's epic scandals. Donald Trump may be crypto's unexpected savior. But again, this is all conjecture. Trump was said to be a better candidate for crypto in 2016 and turned out fiercely against financial freedom when he got into the office. As with most things Trump says, take it with a pinch of salt. But given the lockstep opposition to CBDC in Republican circles now, don't go betting on a digital dollar anytime soon. There are few votes available for coming out in favor of one, but there may be plenty of political hay to be made in opposition to one.